Lesson 2, what you need to start trading Forex. Now we have looked at some expectations and set the vision for what this course is going to entail. We're going to start off with some of the essential tools and mindset for beginners. If you're very new at the beginning of your journey, you may have some preconceived ideas. You might have seen the fancy trading setup that many people like to see, where you have about 8 different screens. Yes, it looks pretty snazzy, but is it really necessary? Do you really need to spend thousands on this amazing setup? And I can tell you now that the answer is going to be no. So we're going to go through what you actually need to start trading Forex. Basic tools to start trading include a laptop or even a smartphone, as long as you have a stable internet and you can access your trading platform. A demo trading account. Now this is something that we can go through later in the course, but you may already have one now depending on how far along your journey you are. Recommended for day trading Forex to use a generic software such as MetaTrader 4 or 5. There is also cPanel. Personally, I haven't used that, but I have heard good things about it. I prefer to use the MetaTrader platform. And also, if you want to have a separate tool for charting, there are different charting softwares out there, and I prefer to use TradingView. It's all I've used because it is fantastic. But we can go into detail on the software as the course progresses. The main thing to remember here is that you need to have a trading account. That is where you can actually log into your account and make trades. Within that platform, you may have charting or you may decide to do that separate. That's up to you. Access to real-time charts, as I mentioned just before. Charts are very important because with day trading, a lot of decisions are made based on technical analysis, and that is carried out on charts. So you need to have a user-friendly charting platform, something that's easy to use, that has all of the tools that you need, the drawing tools, the things that you like to use to plan your trades. Some brokers do offer charts. You can see charts on MetaTrader, but they are very basic and they can be restrictive. So you may prefer to have separate access to a different platform, such as TradingView, which is what I do. I have a app, MetaTrader, to place trades, and I have a separate app, TradingView, for charting. Something else that you might want to use will be access to economic news. There are free platforms out there. I recommend forexfactory.com, where you can access a calendar showing you all of the upcoming news releases for the week completely for free, and you've got lots of useful information on there. You can learn about what the different news headlines mean and how they can affect the markets. An optional would be a notebook if you want to be old school, or some sort of digital notes app. That is it in a nutshell. That is what you need. You need a laptop, computer or smartphone, something for the internet, a trading account, potentially charts, depending on your preference, news, and a notebook. So it's actually very, very basic to start trading. You don't need to have a fancy setup. You don't need to start off spending lots of money at the beginning. You can keep it very simple and very affordable. The main thing that you need to do is just spend the time in learning everything and practicing. And in my opinion, it's much better if you can keep it affordable at the beginning, because you are better placed to save all your money for your trading account for when you're ready. No fancy setups or multi-monitor rigs are needed. Start lean. All you need is a device, internet, and the right software to observe and practice. Of course, if the fancy monitor rigs are what you want, you could always do that if you have the spare money, but that's totally up to you. Just to elaborate on each point now. So I mentioned a trading account. It is your gateway to the Forex market. It's what allows you to buy and sell currency pairs, and it is provided by a Forex broker. How do you choose the right broker? This can depend on quite a few points. You want to make sure that they offer a user-friendly platform, such as MetaTrader. You want to make sure they offer competitive spreads and fees. You want to make sure they have reliable customer support. And you want to make sure they are regulated by a financial governing body, an authority. This means that your money will be safe with them. So for here in the UK, the Financial Conduct Authority is our go-to, but there are many brokers you can choose worldwide, and they are often regulated by a financial body within the country they are based. It's best to research and select a reputable broker to ensure your funds and trades are secure. Something else to consider that I've not written there is to make sure that your broker offers access to a free demo account, which will really assist you whilst you are learning. My broker of choice is IC Markets. I've been using them for years now. They tick all of those points and they offer a free demo account. You can get some more information about them in the link below in the description. Trading capital. This is the money that you will use to fund your trading account. Only use money that you can afford to lose. That's really important. If you have some money that you have saved for something important, like buying a house, something that you need, don't trade it, because the chances are that you may lose some of it, you may even lose all of it, and you don't want to be in that place where you regret that. I know it's hard to hear only use money that you can afford to lose, because you might be thinking, well, I can't afford to lose any money. And that is one of the mindset hurdles that we have to overcome as traders. And so it can help to set aside even a small amount of money to begin with, such as £1,000, to start trading. And you need to tell yourself that you are okay if you lose that money. But hopefully, through some of the techniques we will talk about in this course, it will help you to develop ways that you can protect and manage that account to reduce your chances of losing money. But I don't want to kid you. As I said at the beginning, trading is risky and you will win some and lose some. So it's very important to only use money that you can afford to lose. If you can't stand the idea of losing money in this way, then maybe day trading isn't for you and you should look at something alternative, such as investing, which has lower risk. Start with an amount of money that matches your experience and comfort level. If you are a complete beginner, I wouldn't recommend starting with a £10,000 account. That's quite a lot. And if you are risking 1% of that per trade, that's still £100 per trade, and psychologically that can hurt when you lose that much money. When I first started trading, I didn't use more than a £1,000 account because it helps to just get your feet wet trading with real money, and as you get better and you get better results, you can always add to your account. Your capital determines the size of your trades and your risk exposure. You want to make sure to use proper risk management to protect your capital. Risk management is crucial, and there will be a lesson on that topic later in the course. An internet connection. I know there's not too much to say about this, but it is important to recognize that a stable internet connection ensures that you can access your trading platform, stay updated with real-time market data, and execute trades without delay. I have tried to trade before with an unreliable internet connection. It is frustrating. It could even be dangerous because you could place an order without the time to place a stop loss, and you could be having an order out in the open markets without any safety net to combat if it goes against you. So it's really crucial to have a stable internet connection. Use a reliable internet service provider to avoid interruptions during those crucial trading moments, in particular when news has been released and the markets are even more choppy and volatile. Trading platform. Software provided by your broker to analyze the markets and place trades. So this is what you will log into using your account from your broker to place your trades. And what you need is something that is user friendly. You need access to technical tools and indicators and real-time price quotes and charts. This could be a bespoke inbuilt software that is linked purely with your broker. So for example, if you want to trade stocks with a broker such as Trading 212 or eToro, they will often just have their own in-house trading platform where you can place your trades. For Forex trading, more often than not, the brokers offer a piece of software that every broker offers, which will usually be MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. And that's what I use. There is also CTrader, and different proprietary platforms offer certain softwares as well. If you're wondering what a proprietary platform is, that is nicknamed a prop firm. A prop firm is a company that allows you to trade their company capital, and in exchange, you take a split of any profits that are made on the account. There are many different prop firms available, and some brokers also offer prop accounts as well. Personally, I've been trading with the prop firm, the 5%ers, for years now. Focus on building your skills and getting consistently profitable. And when you feel you're ready, maybe you could have a go with a prop firm. It allows you to trade with larger money. So it can be very beneficial to make a good wage as a trader. If you want some more information on prop firms or the 5%ers, my recommended prop firm, there are links below in the description. Something else to think about that trading platform can offer would be in-house chart software. So I mentioned TradingView charting. They offer the ability to analyze charts. They also have a watch list feature. But something else that TradingView do is they offer integrated brokers. So for example, if your broker is listed with TradingView, you could link the two and you could trade your trading account using the TradingView platform. The best thing to do is to test out the different platforms to find the one that best suits your needs. And something else that you will need on your journey as a trader that we've not mentioned yet is a trading plan. Think of this as something that we can focus on for you to build throughout the duration of this course. A trading plan is a blueprint for your trading activities. It provides a clear structure for your trades, helps you to avoid emotional and impulsive decisions. So what exactly is included in your trading plan? Well, you may start off with some goals to help keep you motivated and inspired to continue during those dark red days, such as what are you aiming to achieve? Why are you doing this? Strategies. Your trading plan will highlight how that you will identify opportunities. It will help you to stay focused on what you deem as a good trade compared with a poor quality trade. It will also include some tips for risk management, rules for lot sizes, for stop losses, and your risk per trade. All of those we will talk about later in the course. Forex trading requires knowledge of market basics such as pips and leverage, technical analysis, charting and indicators, fundamental analysis, which is focusing on economic news and events. And the best thing to do to learn more about these is, of course, to read books. I have got an ebook available, Forex Trading 101. It's a complete guide for beginners, and it may assist you on your journey if you are a beginner trader. There's a link below in the description where you can get a copy of that. As I mentioned before, it's also very important to practice on a demo account. Once you start to understand all the terminologies and what you need to be looking for, the best thing you can do is just put in the time looking at the charts, building the muscle recognition, practicing on your demo account. And remember that the most important tool is indeed your mindset. Remember to be patient. Real success takes time. Be teachable. Stay open, not overconfident. Make sure your cup is not full. Be resilient. Losers are part of learning. Don't let it hit you too hard. And be consistent. Show up regularly to the charts. Dedicate to this process. Discipline and patience play such an important role as you learn to become a trader. Discipline ensures that you follow your trading plan and avoid rash decisions. So this means it helps you to avoid taking unnecessary losers, which can quickly build up. Patience helps you to wait for high probability setups instead of over trading. Over trading is definitely a risk, especially if you are a beginner trader. It's important to set realistic expectations, accept losses as part of the learning process, and focus on the long-term consistency. Finally, trading is a skill, not a gamble. You're not here to guess, you're here to analyze. Winning traders follow a process. They use their trading plan. They don't rely on luck. Practice is greater than prediction. I always like to compare learning to trade like learning to play a musical instrument. It really takes years to master an instrument, and it would take years before you would even consider performing in front of a live audience. And that's very similar with trading. But the more frequently that you practice that instrument, practice your scales with repetition and focus, it eventually clicks into place. In terms of time commitment, let's talk about what to expect. At a minimum, you want to aim for 3 to 5 hours a week for both study and practice. Ideally, half an hour to an hour a day consistently, so it keeps fresh in your mind and you're constantly learning. Start with a demo account, don't rush to trade live with real money, and track your screen time and your growth. When I first started trading, I had kept a journal, and my cupboard is now full of at least 3 journals, 3 completed notebooks, journaling everything from my journey, because I'm a bit of a writer, so it helps me to learn. But you'll find your own way. You don't need to quit your job or study 8 hours a day. The key is consistency. Even if it's just half an hour a day, it adds up quick. I have received comments before from subscribers who say, I have just quit my job, I'm dedicating everything to trading and I need to make a full-time wage in 3 months, and that scares me. Having that kind of expectation and pressure is not the way to start trading, so I definitely don't advise that route. And it can help to check in with yourself to help you to gauge what you can expect. So be honest with yourself. What time can you realistically commit to trading? Do you have a quiet space where you can learn and focus? Can you review trades on evenings or weekends? It's okay to go slow. Your pace is your path. So you've just got to create a routine and stick to it. So here's a little bit of homework for you, a checklist to think about, to go away with. So these are the sort of things you need to think about having or committing to at this stage. And that would include a laptop or a phone with internet, a demo account if you want to get that set up and create it so that you can start practicing today. I have got a video available where I show you how to do that step by step using IC Markets, so I'll link to that above and below. Download MetaTrader or TradingView if you want to have a go of that charting software as well. Keep up with these video lessons and commit to your regular time slots per week to study. Coming up in the next lesson, we're going to understand how Forex fits into the broader world of financial markets. So we're going to look at different financial markets as well as Forex in depth. And here's a quote just to leave with you for today. Remember that trading is a journey. Equip yourself with the right tools, the right mindset and knowledge to succeed. Please remember to like the video, make sure that you are subscribed with the bell ticked so that you will be notified about the next video in our series. Thank you for watching. Bye.